Have you ever been in a spot where you use these rebar shop drawings, the placing drawings made by the detailer, and then you found out they were wrong? I've been there. I've trusted the detailer, went right off of these sheets. These are not the project sheets. And then you go through, you build it, and then turns out after inspection, there's a lot of things wrong with it. You built it to these ones, the placing sheets, but they're incorrect. This is why you have to go back to the structurals and you got to find out what is actually needed in this job. You got to confirm, especially if you're doing something big. You don't want to find out after you threw in tonnage that, hey, you got something wrong, or there's something very on the very bottom of the footing that needs to be corrected. So you always want to go through the structurals before you actually start placing, and I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. It's a quick video, how to find the structural details, and make sure you're doing it correctly. Okay, so when we open these up, these are project plans right here. These are not the detailed plans. These are what the engineer designed, the architect designed. This is how they want it built. This is how the inspector should be inspecting off of these plans right here. So we're going to look at the building here. And the buildings are always going to be, the building details are always going to be in the structurals. Right here. That's where you're going to find the structurals. You know, there's rebar in the civils, landscaping, but for now, that's way down the road after the building's already up. We're talking building. You're doing footing, slab. It's all right here. So real quick, I've been tying rebar since May 2007, since I was 18 years old. And I've been on jobs all over the place, all over California. And I've seen lots of different GCs. And here are the top 7 things the best GCs have in common. It's an ebook. I'll leave a link to download in the description of this video. Go ahead and check it out and like and subscribe. So it's right in the middle. Let's go ahead and go there. Let's see. There we go. I'm on the right page. Let's go to the beginning of these things. Okay. Here's page 1 of the structurals. These are the notes. You're always going to read these. Specifically the concrete notes. You want to read these. You know, it's a lot of the same stuff every time, but just in case, take a second and read these really good. Understand them. It's because sometimes you'll see something in there that you weren't expecting, like placing ties or something like that. And go through here, read them, read the rebar or whatever you're doing. If you're doing concrete, you read the concrete section, structural steel section. Just read it so nothing sneaks up on you down the road. And then these are all typical details here. So these are just kind of typical things that you gotta apply these to the job. So as you're building it, make sure you follow these. If you hit this, you hit one of these cases here, you gotta follow this. Like say for example, the footing step right here. Whenever they step a footing, you gotta follow that. You gotta do it like this. An opening right there, that's where it tells you what to do. Because it won't tell you every single time on the rest of the plans what to do. So you got to make sure you go here. Laps are here too. This will tell you how long. When you overlap a rebar, this is what you do right here. It tells you how long to make them. Always check this out and compare them to your placing drawings. Always compare. Okay, let's start here. All right. So when you first get here, you want to open up this sheet right here. This is the plan view. This is where you're going to see all the, this is where you start from. This is the starting point. So you want to look at it. Let's read this like we're building it. Okay, we're going to start in the footings. So let's go check this out. Right there. See, that's what calls out the footing. See, that's going right to that line will point right to it. CF1. It's a CF1 type footing. And that whatever it says there will be shown on this footing schedule. This is where it tells you what goes in what footing. This is always going to be right. You always follow this. Whatever this says, that's how you build it. So a CF1 is right here. That tells you what to put in that footing. It says 2 number 5s continuous, top and bottom. That means 2 number 5s running on top and two number 5s running on the bottom. And that's very simple. And you run that out. It says CF1, so you run it out as far as you can. Unless you see something change, it's CF1. You run that around. Wherever CF1 is, it's two number 5s top and bottom. Okay, so let's check that. We know how that goes. Now let's check out a different footing. Here, CF2. Right there. It's a different footing, so let's see what that has. CF2. See, it's different. The rebar changes in that footing. So this one says three number 5s top and bottom, and it's wider. So this is not the same detail. Now always double check them, compare them to your placing drawings. Make sure that you guys are on the same page. Because this guy could have put the same detail everywhere. He might not have caught that the rebar changes in some spots. So let you read that. And that's what I mean. And here's a good way to, when you're on the job site, you got this, so you're not going back and forth. Take a picture with your phone of this sheet right here. Take a picture of it right there, and then you open it up. And so I'll do it right now, for example. So you're not going back and forth through the sheets. So you got your camera, you got your phone. And let's go to the details. First, let's go see what this is. I want to see what that footing looks like. So let's go page CO2, detail C2 on sheet S501. The detail is the top number, the sheet is the bottom number. So let's go find that detail C2 on S501. Let's go find S501. Okay. Now see, and so once you get here, you don't want to be like, what detail was that? You have it on your phone. Okay, detail C2 on S501. So that's why you took a picture, so you're not back and forth. What was it looking for? Okay, so this shows you how that footing is going to look. See the bottom, see how this shows one bar top and bottom. That's not correct. So that brings us to the point of don't count dots. Some inspectors might try to make you count dots and they always use it against you, it's never for you. It's always more. So we never count dots. We go with what the schedule says, always. And then also you got to add some slab dowels in here. See, these little slab dowels right here, these little bars coming out of the footing, those aren't shown on the footing schedule. So you're going to have to go both footing schedule and the details. You mix them up. But see, and this calls it out right there. Number 4 slab dowels. And these got to be put in with the footings because that's where the pour is going to stop. Right there. And so you put those in. Okay. Now let's go. That's the footing. So you kind of just go through here, look at these details. Work off your plans and look at these details. It'll tell you. And let's go look at the slab now. Let's go back. Okay. The footings are done. You have an idea how to read the footings. Now for the slab, this is the flat area. This is where you lay bars out. This is probably going to be a second pour. So this slab, that's the whole area. It says number 4 is at 18 inches on center each way. That means every 18 inches on center. Every 18 inches, you're going to have rebar running all the way across. It'll end up looking like a grid. And you run that all the way across. You lay them out like that, and you'll have them the other way too. Same thing. They're going to run all the way across this thing, all the way across, every 18 inches. It'll be a grid. Throw down one direction first, then the other direction goes across the top. And you always put it square to the building. Always square. Don't put them diagonal. Not diagonal, not off. Just work off the edge. Find an edge and work off of that. There's ways to do it to get this, make it look cleaner and do it easy. It's not as hard as it seems when you do your layout. Okay, and that's how the slab looks. And then you at mid depth, so that's why you get concrete dobies underneath it. That's what that means at mid depth. Yeah, and that's how we read structural drawings. So you always compare them. Always take a look. Confirm what this person detailed. Compare them to what you have right here, and you'll be good. Because you don't want to go and tie up a whole footing, tie up everything, and then you come to find out, hey, this guy made mistakes, and now you're the one that just tied it wrong. So always double check. Always double check this stuff.